What's going on, guys? BriarRabbit here. Today we're going to unbox and review this guy. This is the Turtle Beach PX4 wireless Dolby surround sound headset. This guy retails for about $150, which is $50 more than the headset we reviewed earlier this week, the Sony Gold wireless headset. But what I'm hoping is that this is going to offer us more comfort and better sound quality. So let's start with the unboxing and then we'll do the full review. Okay, we are ready to start our unboxing. I already pre-cut this tape to make it a little quicker to get into. This is a fresh unboxing, however. This is all I've done in preparation. So let's bust into this thing. Here we go. Unbox it. They do advertise that it is usable with a mobile device, which is nice. All right, here we can see some sort of a mix amp. It does have a power. Oh, this is a USB cord. We have digital in, digital out, so it's got a pass-through plus analog. Here is the headset itself. This is actually my first time ever using a Turtle Beach headset. I've used Astros and Tritons in the past, but this is my first Turtle Beach. I've heard good things lately. In the past, long time ago. Oh, we got some more stuff under there. We'll unbox that too. A long time ago, Turtle Beach had a reputation for poor quality. I think they've gotten over that. Oh, wow. This is actually really nice. Fully adjustable. It's clicky on the adjustments. I like how the mic is really adjustable and comes with a windscreen. That should be very good. Power button, limiter, tone, mic monitor. That's nice. We got our input for either, it looks like an Xbox controller or your mobile device. On this side, we have a Bluetooth button, a mute button, volume up, volume down. This looks like it's for chat, so this is basically doing our mixing for chat and music. I gotta say, I actually really like the look of this thing. It's not as ostentatious as Turtle Beaches have been in the past. There's decent padding up here. I wouldn't say there's a lot. You can actually feel a piece of metal, like a wire or something, right through here. It's not super padded. I do like the ear cups, however. I like that they're made out of a nice fabric material. Looks like they'll be big enough to fit over my ears. Let's look at the mix amp here. I know they don't call it a mix amp. Turtle Beach has a different name for it, but it's got a few LED lights on it to indicate what's going on. I like that it's got this pass-through and a separate analog in, so you can listen to music while you game. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Here we have, this looks like a CD. What is in here? CD. Showing my age. DVD probably. Nope, it's just the instruction booklet. Let's see, we have a Turtle Beach sticker. Warranty information. Quick start guide. And what do we got here? Attention! Questions, setup issues. So basically just don't return this, please call us first. Cables and accessories. This is pretty interesting, I always find, when I'm doing a unboxing on headsets, because the more cables and connection options that they give you in the box, the happier you're gonna be. All right, that's everything in the box. So here we have a Toslink cable. This is your digital optical cable. These are funny things. You don't really need high-quality digital optical cables. The deal with digital is if you receive any signal, you're probably receiving 100% of the signal, so you don't have to worry about quality. That goes with HDMI as well, if you're interested. This looks like it's going to be a connection between an Xbox 360 controller and the headset. Let's see where this plugs in. Maybe not. Maybe this goes from the headset to your mobile device. Okay, so that's a standard 3.5. I think this side is 2.5. I'm pretty sure that's 2.5 millimeters. Here we have, oh, this would work. Okay, so this side, this is the same cable, except it's 2.5 millimeter on each side. So that's nice that they include one of each in the box. That will definitely come in handy. This is our last cable, and this looks like a standard micro USB to USB cable. So there you see, I think that's the micro and that's standard. So there you have it. That's everything that comes in the box. I gotta say, I really like this headset in my hands. Fairly light. It's not gonna be too much, weight on the top of your head. I like how the microphone is really adjustable. I've heard great things about the sound quality out of these Turtle Beach microphones. I like that they fold flat for portability, and when you're just resting it on your neck and you have it on your shoulders, that's a nice feature too. So that is everything. I'll do one more shot of everything kind of laid out nice and neatly. And that is everything that comes in the box. Let's move on to our review. Alright guys, I've had quite a bit of time with the Turtle Beach PX4s at this point, and I'm ready to share with you my thoughts about these guys. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is the comfort of the headset. I think that comfort is the most important thing about a headset. If they're not comfortable, it doesn't matter how good they sound or how many features they have. If they hurt your head, you're not going to want to wear them, so there's no point in having them. And I thought these were pretty comfortable. The ear cups fit around my ears. Depending on the size of your ears, that may or may not be the case. But for me, they fit all the way around my ears. There was not so much clamping pressure that they hurt my head. These aren't memory foam. This is a fairly standard foam, but it's soft and pliable enough that I never really had any pain around the side of my ears, which is a good thing. It's an improvement over the Sony wireless headphone. I mentioned in the unboxing that you can feel that there's a bar in here. It's probably a metal bar. You can't feel that while it's on your head, which is great. There's enough padding there, and the headset is light enough that you never feel like it's hanging on your head. You always feel like it's, the clamping pressure is what's keeping it there. And it never moves around when you're moving your head around, which is good. So I'd say that it's a very comfortable headset, and I'm really excited about that. Sound quality, I thought the sound quality was pretty good. The bass was a little loose at the bottom end, but nothing that you'd get too upset about. And really, you'd only notice it if you really did A-B comparisons with a really good headset, which was what I was doing. And I thought it was good. It sounded good. I used my iPhone hooked up to it to listen to some music. I also listened to some music through iTunes in my computer. I also played some Tomb Raider. I played some Call of Duty Ghosts. And in every situation, I thought the sound was really good. It's also got this tone button here, which changes the sound profile between a few different modes, and you can kind of have a flat sound profile, you can have a real bass heavy, you can have more treble heavy, and depending on what you're doing, you might want to switch between those. And I thought for music that there was a couple of really good choices there. The bass heavy one was good, the flat one was good. For playing Call of Duty, I really liked the high treble one, so I could really locate the footsteps of the enemy players. Overall, I felt the sound quality was really good. I had no complaints at all with the sound quality until we get to the microphone. So right now, I'm going to play a sound test that I did with the microphone. This is a sound check of the Turtle Beach PX4 when connected via Bluetooth to my computer. Okay, as you can hear, it wasn't the best quality you've ever heard. That was surprising to me because Turtle Beach is usually known for their high mic quality. However, I got a note that was through Bluetooth to my computer. If you go to Turtle Beach's website, they say that is a viable option. For me, it didn't sound viable at all. There's no way I would use that to record any kind of audio. I played a little bit of Call of Duty Ghosts, and I was asking people that I was playing with, how does my mic sound? Does it sound all right? And most people said, well, it sounds a little garbled, it sounds a little muffled, and that's basically what you heard there too. So my guess is that the sound quality of this headset is limited by the fact that it's a wireless headset and it needs to transmit that audio. So while you're getting great audio in, you're not really transmitting great audio, and that's probably a trade-off Turtle Beach had to make. So it was a little bit disappointing to me. I was really expecting better sound quality out of Turtle Beach. They're known for their good sound quality on their microphones, and I was a little disappointed by that. Not a deal breaker for me, because I'm not going to use it to record audio or to record YouTube videos. If that's your plan, then this is going to be a deal breaker for you. Next, I'd like to talk about some of the buttons and the volume buttons and all sorts of buttons on this thing. So I already mentioned the tone button. I think that's a really nice feature, being able to change the different sound profiles while you're using it. I also like that there's a limiter here so that you can't like blast your eardrums out. You set this limiter and you're good to go. There's a really cool feature here. There's the mic monitor feature, and there's a volume rocker here. So you can actually hear what's coming through the microphone through your headset while you're saying it. What that does for you is it keeps you from yelling. So a lot of times when somebody has a headset on and they start talking into a microphone, their voice is so muted that they'll start getting louder and louder and louder. With that monitor, it allows you to hear your voice as it really is, and it'll keep you from yelling. And that's a really nice feature. Also, there is a game volume rocker here. We also have some buttons on the other ear cup. This one is the chat volume. There's 2 buttons, one for down, one for up. There's a Bluetooth button here and a mute button. That's pretty much it. I like the fact that there's all these buttons on here. All the buttons actually feel pretty high quality. Oh, don't forget about that power button right there. I like how the buttons feel. It is a little hard to find the buttons at first, but actually within an hour or so, I was pretty much able to find them with my fingers while they were on my head without a problem. So I like all of that stuff. I think that overall, the headset itself, it feels like you're getting what you pay for, right? It feels like you are getting a $150 headset. You're not getting ripped off. Everything about it feels exactly right. I want to talk about the transmitter too. So there are a couple things I don't like about this transmitter right off the bat. The first one is that this USB cable is not removable. It is hardwired into the transmitter, so if you run over this with a chair or a cat chews it up or whatever, you're done. You're not replacing that cable, and that's a bummer. I also didn't like how when you are using this audio in jack, you cannot use both the digital audio and the analog audio at the same time. This thing cannot mix those 2 audios together. So if you're listening to music through the audio in, and then you turn on your PlayStation 4 to play some games, it cuts off that audio in. And that's a bummer. Some other wireless transmitters do allow you to mix those 2 signals together and listen to music while you game, which is a really nice thing to do. Not a deal breaker for me. There's one more complaint I'll say about this, and that is that there isn't a way to charge your headphones. You can't plug your USB charger for your headphones directly into the transmitter. So for me, on my PlayStation 4, there are 2 USB jacks on the front of that thing. And if I have this plugged in and I'm charging my headphones at the same time, that is it. That's all I can plug into the front of that thing. So to plug anything else in, I have to start finding other USB ports or getting behind the cabinet to find something on the back. And that's a pain. So it would have been nice if you could just plug your headset directly into the transmitter to charge it that way. I will say about charging the headset, Turtle Beach includes this bad boy. This is a huge cable. It should easily reach across your living room so that if you do happen to run out of batteries while you're playing your game, you'll be able to charge and play it at the same time. This is a really long cable, and that's a nice feature. Long cables like this are not easy to come by, so that's pretty cool. I will say about the battery life, Turtle Beach claims 15 hours. I was not able to test 15 hours straight of gaming. Maybe you can. I have no reason to not believe that it's 15 hours. I charged them up, used them for 4 hours straight, and had no problems. So 15 hours, that's a lot of game time. Again, I could not test that claim, but I did use them for 4 hours straight and had no problem. The last thing I want to talk about is connectivity. So this thing worked flawlessly with my PS4. It's branded to work with the PS3 and PS4, and it did. It worked really well. I used it to plug in a few different other things. I plugged in my PS Vita through this audio in. That worked really well. Basically anything I plugged into this audio in worked great. It transmitted the sound directly to my headset, so I didn't have to have a wire plugged into whatever I was listening to. The range on it was iffy. In this room, it was flawless. Once I left this room, I started to get some dropouts. I live in a 2-story, 4-bedroom house, if that gives you any kind of feeling about how big the house is. Basically, once I went downstairs, I started getting more dropouts, and eventually, just once I got far enough, it dropped out completely. So in this room, it was fine. Basically, if I had a direct line of sight, it was fine. But once I got behind a wall, 2 walls, it really started dropping out. As far as connectivity goes, on the PS4, no problems at all. Chat worked great. Game sound worked great through the digital audio. Xbox One has its own issues, but I did connect it to my Xbox One. The digital audio worked fine. Obviously, the Xbox One will only support stereo at this time and does not support chat through headsets. So I would suspect that once the Xbox One headset adapter is released, I would suspect that this headset will actually work fine with it. It does have a chat analog output here, which should work fine with that. Obviously, I can't test it, but I would expect that it'll work fine. Hooking it up to my computer was a different issue. It does have a USB, but it was not recognized by my computer. I went online to see if it was just me having this problem, but it's not. It's not supported by Windows or Macintosh. You are able to pair the headset to with Bluetooth to Windows or Macintosh for voice, but as you can tell, you wouldn't really want to do that anyway. Hopefully I gave you guys enough information in this video to make an informed decision about this headset. What do I think? I think it's a great value with a few caveats. If you want to live stream on Twitch or on YouTube, or you want to use it to record voice, I don't think it's a great option. If you need it to hook up to your console and your PC, again, it's not a great option. But if you're just looking for a really nice wireless headset to use on your PlayStation 4 or your PlayStation 3 and hopefully your Xbox One, then I think it's a great option. At $150, I think it's a really good value. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button if you don't mind. It really helps the channel out. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.